A Christmas gift two Oklahoma families won't soon forget how two boys became blood brothers over the holiday.
Wow, I just got presents. Plus, hundreds of thousands of square feet of office space is about to become available. We'll tell you about the fate of the current Devon Energy headquarters.
And from garbage to glamour, how one local man is turning your disposable items into designer materials.
And Angie will meet the fans that give Loud City its name. We catch up with some of the die-hard Thunder fans. All this and more coming up next on newsok TV.
This is newsok TV.
This is newsok TV. Welcome to newsok TV, everyone. This is where newsok.com comes to your living room television. I'm Dave Morris.
And I'm Angie Brust. We begin with an update on an Oklahoma City police officer injured in the line of duty.
It's Officer Chris Hunter who was shot while trying to stop a driver in northeast Oklahoma City earlier this month. The driver, Jamal LeVar Anderson, was fatally shot by police officer Daniel Godsell after Jamal fired at authorities.
Officer Hunter was hit in his left elbow. He is now recovering from his wounds and spoke to the media about the incident and his recovery.
It was this past Saturday evening at approximately 5:09 p.m. An Oklahoma City police officer attempted to stop a vehicle at Northeast 13th and Kellum. This vehicle failed to stop. The officer initiated a pursuit with that vehicle. As that vehicle was traveling northbound on Martin Luther King Boulevard, it made a left-hand turn on Northeast 23rd Street. Officer Hunter was on the north side of Northeast 23rd Street. He deployed stop sticks and attempted to deflate the tires of that vehicle. As that suspect passed Officer Hunter, he fired at least 2 rounds, possibly more, in the direction of Officer Hunter, striking him in the left arm. The vehicle continued westbound on Northeast 23rd Street for approximately 2 more blocks, coming to rest at 23rd and Hood. Suspects exited the vehicle, engaged the pursuing officer in a gun battle, and the suspect was ultimately shot. Suspect was transported to Oklahoma Medical Center, where he subsequently passed away from his wounds. Officer Hunter was also transported to OU Medical Center, where he underwent surgery for injury sustained to his left arm.
I'm feeling a lot better after the incident. Still a little sore. I take pain medications that the hospital's giving me, but yeah, I do feel a lot better. I'll have to do some physical therapy, get better. It's going to take some time, but once I get back to once I make a full recovery anyways, I'll be back working with the guys, but it's not going to affect or change the way I worked in the past. I'm very lucky to be alive. I'll tell you, I was spooked, and it was a little scary, when you've been shot and what's going to happen, and, hurry up, get me to the hospital, it's pretty spooky.
That's an example of breaking news, and news you can always find on newsok, along with other things.
That's right. 2 Oklahoma children are recovering from kidney transplants. The children received news of their new organs on Christmas Day. We caught up with the families and the doctors about their Christmas operation.
Night of December 25th, we got a call saying that the local LifeShare, which is the organ procurement agency, called us and told that due to unfortunate circumstances, one 8-year-old child was brought in and he has brain hemorrhage. And despite their best efforts, he didn't make it through. Out of this tragedy, families still out of their benevolence has, decided to donate the organs. And the matches for the organs were 2 kids. And both the kids are here at Children's Hospital. And would you be ready to accept those organs? So the first thing we have to do is to make sure that kids are in good shape to receive a transplant, make sure they're not sick. And once we made sure that they were fine, we brought them in. And as you would remember, that was the night with the snow blizzard. And one of our patients had, the truck fell into the ditch actually before it was pulled out that morning. And they had to hitch a ride to get here. As you know, when we harvest the kidneys organs, they are on ice, and that there's only a limited period of time that kidneys can stay on ice. Once they got here, we expedited everything. We did 2 kidneys back to back on children all night, and very efficiently. Kidneys worked right away on the table, very healthy kidneys, very good-looking kidneys. And after 24 hours were passed by, both of them were up and running around. And one evening I came to round, they were in the playroom, both of them. I couldn't find them in their beds, and nurses didn't know where they were. So both of them became best of buddies, and they were comparing their scars, and they were talking about, mine is bigger. He said, oh, mine is bigger. To have the two kids being here and the donor being here, it's uncommon. One of the kids had actually told his parents he had been on dialysis for 1.5 years. And when they asked him, what do you want for Christmas? He said, how about a kidney? And it's almost like his wish granted to him, that in hours of tragedy and, unfortunate circumstances, somebody makes this kind of decision, it can change other two kids' lives, It can change somebody's life forever. They've been waiting for kidney transplant, and from somebody's tragedy came out such a wonderful gift of life.
Now, doctors say both boys are responding well to the anti-rejection drugs and may not need another kidney transplant for decades.
Wow, that's great.
I know it.
Well, all right, moving on. When something such as a transplant takes place, there are lots of prayers and thoughts that go out to the families. Everyone wants to know how their friend or loved one is recovering. Well, we spoke with one local family who found that social media sites, like Facebook, are the perfect way to keep everyone updated on their loved one's condition.
When I was in my 20s, I learned that I had some kidney damage, and that someday I may eventually have to have a kidney transplant or go on dialysis. And but that's one of those things that's never going to happen to you, or it's going to happen to you when you're in your 80s or something. And I wasn't expecting, when it happened very quickly. It was, when my kidneys failed, it was just like overnight.
Probably about 2 years ago, we started talking about the donation, and a year ago, December 23rd, was when he was to the point with dialysis and being prepared to be on the waiting list that we started looking at what the options were there, and and which of us in the family would be able to be a donor. We said it was very comforting to be able to know all throughout, instead of they're in and then hours later finding out we're out. Everyone said that they really appreciated seeing what happened, and really throughout this whole process, because we've been posting since we met with the team last December. We've been posting sort of the progress, and then as me going through the approval process, so it's really raised awareness of living donor opportunities.
Jana's been reading me a lot of the posts on Facebook, and some of my friends call me up and tell me about it, but mostly Jana. And the support from our friends and family has just been overwhelming.
Yes, people we don't even know, friends of friends of friends, and a few people that stumbled across the group.
In addition to informing friends and family about a patient's condition, doctors say social networking sites are a great way to spread the word on living donor organ donations.
Now, did you know an area in downtown Oklahoma City played a major role in Hollywood history?
Very cool.
You didn't know that. We'll learn about the Sooner State's connection to Tinseltown and an area of downtown Oklahoma City that is getting some star treatment.
Wow, I seriously didn't know that. All right, more and more people are recycling their plastic, their paper, and their bottles. But what happens to the material when it's hauled off? Coming up after the break, we talked to one man who is turning your unwanted items into desirable decor.
Interesting.
newsok, Oklahoma's website.
Dave, it is game time.
Angie, newsok is covering OU and OSU football from all the angles.
With photos, videos, live chats, blogs, and text alerts.
From coaches, players, predictions, and analysis.
With the most sports reporters covering the games.
So you'll never miss a thing.
Stay with newsok for your team's latest news.
Powered by the Oklahoman. newsok, Oklahoma's website.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
Pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Welcome back to News OK TV. You know, Angie, in recent years, we've had several film crews straight from Hollywood shoot their blockbusters here in the Sooner State.
Very cool.
But we also have another connection to Tinseltown.
That's right. Studios used to have several film distribution centers in the heart of Oklahoma. The area known as Film Row is now seeing a resurgence of activity. The Oklahoma's Steve Meyer found out about the renovations taking place on Film Row.
Hi, Steve Meyer here with another edition of OKC Central. Today we're with David Wanzer with the 308 Design Collaborative.
Correct, yes. Good to be with you, Steve.
Thanks for joining us. You've been very involved with the redevelopment of Film Row, kind of tracking its history and being involved in its future. Tell us first of all about the history of this area.
Sure. It was one of about 30 cities that were a nationwide distribution hub for Hollywood. Starting in the 20s and ending in about the 70s. All of the Hollywood studios actually had local distribution offices located right here on Film Row.
How did things get started up here? What caused things to start turning around?
Chip Fudge started buying a couple of buildings about 5 years ago. And we had done some initial research on the area, visited with Chip, and explained and showed him what we had discovered about the area, the entire backstory of the Film Row. He got very excited and at that point decided to buy everything that he could, as a lot of buildings had just popped up for sale along the area. So it was really an opportune time for an angel investor, if you will, to come in, package up enough real estate to effectively redevelop the area. And Chip really was the catalyst for that.
And we've seen a lot of building renovations all of a sudden and a lot of street work. Tell us about that.
Sure. The renovation started in the 600 block of West Sheridan. The building that we're in currently was the third building renovated. We recently renovated the Film Exchange building. IO Art Gallery just moved in a couple of months ago. The streetscape was part of a TIF agreement between Chip Fudge and the city, based on his reinvestment activity down here, and then also in addition to some GEO bond money that was allocated specifically for the Film Row streetscape. Collectively, it's about a $2.5 million streetscape that affects the 600 and 700 blocks of West Sheridan. New lighting, new curbing, new landscaping, some movie-themed decorative elements that'll really start to tie it back into its historic history as Film Row.
The last time the street's been improved has been, what, 30, 40 years?
I can only imagine, yeah. That when we went to the TIF presentation, we took pictures of just the crumbling infrastructure that was over here. And I'm sure it was, 30, 40 years ago. And really the sidewalks were in disrepair, the curbs are half gone. It's really been no man's land the last couple of decades.
And then you had an announcement of Devon Tower just down the street. That had to have changed the dynamics just a bit.
It certainly did. I mean, Devon's located 2 blocks from where we're standing now. It'll be just incredible to actually watch it go up from our vantage point, and it certainly ties this area back into the CBD, I think, a lot better than what might have currently or what might have been perceived prior to that.
The architecture in the street is pretty unique. We don't have much of this left, do we?
We don't. A lot of the buildings built on this intersection of Sheridan and Lee were built specifically for the movie theaters, or for the Hollywood studios, and you have the Art Deco detailing of the 20s and 30s that really tied that into the era. And yeah, there are some unique buildings in Oklahoma City, and we don't have a lot of that left.
And now the Design Collaborative is about to pursue an expansion of another building and kind of move down the street, aren't you?
We are. The firms that I office with are purchasing a little building block down, 718 West Sheridan, and we're going to add a second story onto that, renovate the parking lot, and move our collaborative offices down to that location and hopefully have a permanent home on Film Row.
Well, thank you for joining us today. For more downtown-related development, visit my blog, okccentral.com. For all your latest news, sports, weather, and business, go to newsok.com. And for all your latest restaurant openings, listings, festivities, WIMGO.
Very cool. Well, next week, Steve will take us downtown to a lunch institution that's been there for a long time called the Lunchbox.
I hope he's buying. All right, well, for the past several months, we've been following the developments of Devon's new downtown headquarters. But as progress continues on the new skyscraper, there are some new questions about the energy company's current space. Straight from the business desk, the Oklahoma's Richard Mize found out about the current fate of Devon offices.
Don't look now, but there's a 900,000 square foot gorilla in the living room. Actually, it's 900,000 square feet of eventually empty office space, and it's in downtown Oklahoma City. That's about how much space will need to be backfilled in other office buildings after Devon Energy finishes its new 50-story headquarters. Nobody is squawking about the sky falling down around the skyscrapers downtown, not even downtown landlords. All's fair in love and real estate, it seems, but landlords do face a gargantuan task, positively gorillian, in fact. Price Edwards & Company points out that in the past 24 years, downtown has absorbed only 94,000 square feet of space. At that rate, it would take 250 years to backfill the empty space Devon plans to leave behind. On the other hand, downtown has seen and sidestepped such scares before. Anadarko Petroleum bought out Kerr-McGee 3 years ago. The sky didn't fall then because Sandridge Energy bought the Kerr-McGee properties almost before they even turned out the lights. With Devon not moving for at least 3 years and the energy business as unpredictable as ever, chances are, and history shows, that downtown Oklahoma City could very well come out on the other side of Devon's move smelling like crude oil or natural gas again. I'm Richard Mize, real estate editor for the Oklahoman and newsok.com.
Again, more from Richard Mize can be found every day in the business section of the Oklahoman. Does a great job.
Very nice. Well, we've all heard that one man's trash is another man's treasure, but one man has found a way to make your trash a treasured feature in your own home by using some recycled items.
These are Portland-based cement countertops, but they are comprised of 80% glass, and the glass is all post-consumer glass, 100%. And it can be mixtures of beer bottles, clear ones, amber and green, also wine bottles. There's a lot of light bulb and lots of liquor bottles, vodka, all kinds of things. And then dinnerware, there's a lot of dinnerware, plate glass from windshields and windows and all that. There are 6 12-packs of glass 12-ounce beer bottles per square foot. So there is a tremendous amount of glass in each countertop. And this one actually has porcelain in it as well. That comes from toilets and plates and stuff like that, and old sinks and everything. Specifically for Oklahoma, the glass is recycled here in Oklahoma. We get all the products from Oklahoma, and that way we feel like it helps our state, and it also helps in the recycled aspect. You're not paying transportation, and you're not paying that the glass move back and forth, and we're also being able to save more material because we pour everything custom instead of actually having a slab of recycled glass or granite that is cut and there's waste. We actually form everything and pour everything to the size needed.
Now, Jeremiah Rivers' company River Countertops has been designing and manufacturing countertops in Newcastle since 2002.
Wow. All right, well, they're a slam dunk for basketball fans. We're talking about the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, yes. And we found one of the sports stars not on the court, but in the classroom. Why this athlete was visiting a metro school, next on News OK TV.
I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Welcome to the big leagues of high school sports. Varsity, News OK's new high school sports page, featuring the best high school sports coverage anywhere. Varsity dedicates experienced reporters to all the local schools from Edmond to Norman, and everyone and anyone from Goodwill to Idabel. And Varsity allows you to join the coverage. Upload your photos, join the discussion with the Oklahoman's reporters on their blogs, and follow the Twitter feed and live scoreboards. News OK's new high school sports page, Varsity, the best high school sports coverage anywhere.
News OK, Oklahoma's website.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Welcome back to News OK TV. Time for some sports, Angie.
Oh, yes.
This next group is known as the Magicians of Basketball. For more than 80 years, the Harlem Globetrotters have been thrilling audiences with their tricks and basketball exhibitions.
The Kings of the Court will be here in Oklahoma City later this month to show off their stunts, but one player made an early appearance at a metro school. Hey, it's Angie with News OK. I'm here at Heronville Elementary with Hotshot Branch with the Harlem Globetrotters, and he's doing a surprise visit to the kids today. Tell us what you're doing.
We're going to come in and do our cheer program that we do for the kids, and also just try to get a big reaction from them, just surprise them a little bit and shake them up after they just finish eating a nice, good lunch.
There you go. Now, you're encouraging wellness, right?
Yeah, how to eat well and take care of your body. Not only that, how important your character is also, and to be a great person and practice those things here at school, at home, or out in public, and those key things will help you in your success in life.
Very cool. Now, you, I'm sure, have done this before with other elementary kiddos. I bet the reactions are so much fun.
I mean, it's funny to get those facial expressions, and also the excitement and the thrill that they bring. And from that, it gets me going and motivated, and I get to start cracking jokes and, just having a great time with them. And also, I just hope that once I leave the school, they're able to take the message that I'm giving them and practice those things and just change up a couple of things that they may have been doing or may not have been doing.
Yeah. Now, the Harlem Globetrotters are coming to Oklahoma City at the end of January, and you can check out the Ford Center's website for all of that. Now, the Globetrotters have played more than 25,000 games and have entertained everyone from the president to the Pope.
I hope when they went to the school, they brought enough for the whole class.
Yes. Oh, it was very cool. Very nice.
All right, well, fans will be excited to see the Globetrotters at the Ford Center, especially the people way up top in Loud City. The fans in Loud City go all out for basketball games here in Oklahoma City. Mike Steely with Air Thunder visited with some of the people who give Loud City its name.
In Loud City, it's Thundor. What's up?
Oh, about to get ready to watch a Thunder victory.
This is the Thunder's version of Teen Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. What do you like best about Thunder basketball?
Playing basketball.
You back from Woodstock or what?
No, I'm just trying to, support the team, do what I can to help them win, if that means dressing up crazy and being out there, that's what I got to do.
I'm nuts about Thunder basketball. What are you doing up here? You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be down on the floor.
Personal New Year's resolution? As an ultimate fan? Well, that's to come to as many games as possible, heckle as loud as I can, and make them miss every free throw.
I hate the Stairmaster. And this is the top of Mount Everest right here. How is the view up here and how's the food?
It's great. It's great. I can hardly breathe, but it's great. It's great food.
You don't suffer from vertigo, obviously.
No, I do not. No, this is great. It's excellent conditions and the food's great.
Air Thunder is our NBA team's weekly talk show. They tape right here in our studios on this very set here at Opubco and cover everything from the latest player news to the fans. Be sure to catch that every week on KSBI, I believe, Fox Sports Oklahoma, and of course on newsok.com.
All right, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Superman. We'll take a look at some of your favorite superheroes and villains after the break.
News OK has a new mobile website, and it works with any internet-enabled cell phone. So you can take News OK with you anywhere. View the full articles, look at the photos, all while munching on lunch. And something I'm interested in, videos. Now you can watch News OK videos no matter where you roam. Smartphones, choose News OK Mobile.
Updated look, easy navigation, videos, News OK Mobile. Dial into News OK's award-winning content, now on your web-enabled cell phone. News OK, Oklahoma's website.
I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
News OK, Oklahoma's website.
Dave, it is game time.
Angie, News OK is covering OU and OSU football from all the angles.
With photos, videos, live chats, blogs, and text alerts.
From coaches, players, predictions, and analysis.
With the most sports reporters covering the games.
So you'll never miss a thing.
Stay with News OK for your team's latest news.
Powered by the Oklahoman. News OK, Oklahoma's website.
Well, thanks for staying with News OK TV. Several comics have been turned into blockbuster movies within the last decade. I've seen a handful of those, and weekly superhero stories are gaining in popularity once again.
That's right. Comics are a passion for two of our employees here at OPEPCO. Every week, Kyle Roberts and Matt Price discuss the latest issues and the lives of some of your favorite superheroes. From the OPEPCO studios at Britain and Broadway, you're listening to a News OK podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the News OK Comics Podcast as we rocket into 2010.
Yeah, that's right.
Are we going to say 2010 or 2010? You think?
2010. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
You're going to go 20. That seems natural. Yeah. Not a huge week volume-wise of comics as people are kind of getting going for the new year. But two pretty big hits. The first one we'll talk about from Image is Haunt #4, which has been really, along with Image United, part of this Image resurgence that's taken place over the last few months. This is Robert Kirkman, Todd McFarlane, Ryan Ottley, Greg Capullo doing a sort of spy horror thriller almost is kind of the combination there. And then the second one we'll talk about, Marvel kicks off its latest big event. This is a 4-issue miniseries called Siege. And, you know, look out Broxton, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Because Oklahoma is under siege.
There we go. Yeah, we've got all kinds of craziness going on. Basically, Asgard is, you know, a half mile above Oklahoma.
Right.
Broxton, Oklahoma. You know, fake town, but still pretty cool that they're above Oklahoma.
Yeah, right there in Oklahoma. It does look like this is going to bring sort of the big three Avengers back together. Thor, of course, is going to be out there protecting Asgard. And it looks like you may see Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, maybe all together again for the first time in a while. But I think it'll be sort of a fun, smaller event, not a big 7 or 8 issue thing like they've been doing, just 4 issues.
It is very action-packed. It's very Asgardian war, you know, all out, all for nothing kind of deal. And I actually really enjoyed this comic a lot, and I really want to see, you know, I want to read all 4 of them.
Yeah, there's at least 2 really kind of wow moments in the issue. So I'm going to say of the 2, that's my pick of the week. We're going with sort of a smaller lineup, but of the 2, that's going to be my pick.
Sweet.
And I guess did we say Brian Michael Bendis writer, Oliver Coipel the artist.
Sweet.
Coipel, who had done some more work on Thor, Bendis, who you know from all kinds of Marvel stuff, Ultimate Spider-Man, Secret Invasion, all kinds of things. So
just go ahead and pick up Siege.
There you go. For Kyle Roberts, I'm Matt Price. Thanks for watching.
And if I've learned one thing from Kyle Roberts, you don't get into discussion of Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
It's just bad news.
And which superhero would beat the other superhero.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for this week. You can catch all these videos and plenty more online at newsok.com.
And we'll be back next week with more videos. See ya.